Hi, it's Jim Lewis, CEO of Enhanced Retail Solutions. You know, it's been a long haul during this pandemic, and we've all hung in there as best we can. Lately, we've been getting a lot of questions about how to prepare for holiday. So I thought this would be a great time to do an update in this format. You know, within our client base, toy manufacturers, sporting goods, electronics, have done very well. And even some apparel suppliers, depending upon who they sell, like the Amazons and Walmarts of the world, have done extremely well. So today we're going to look at three questions really that keep popping up, and hope that this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at enhancedretailsolutions.com, info@ers-c.com, and have a great day.
The first is how to better track and plan for e-commerce business, especially dropship. The key here is to separate brick and mortar from online sales. You can find several videos on our website that explain how to do that. Combine all your data from all the retail accounts that you ship in one place and analyze it the same way a buyer analyzes their retail business. The report on this slide is a good example. It includes key elements to help you plan the business better. We report basic sales and inventory statistics and calculate an average rate of sale based on the last 4 or 8 weeks depending on the time of year. We create a benchmark of what we think is acceptable in terms of weekly sales, unit, and dollar performance and inventory weeks of supply, which we call inventory health. Then each item is assigned a performance ranking, above average, below average, average, etc., based on how it compares to that benchmark. Next, we combine the rankings and inventory health to come up with a recommended action for each item. This helps you quickly identify what to do: buy more, mark it down, or watch it. We customize the benchmarks and scenarios that determine the recommended actions for each client based on their needs. Finally, we use simple algebra and a seasonality curve to determine future sales. From there, we can line up our inventory against projected sales to see if we need to buy more. Another question we're getting frequently right now from suppliers is how to prepare for holiday. The single most important thing they can do is make sure inventory is optimally allocated. You have a very short window to ship and sell, so it's worth investing time on understanding which locations mean the most to your product. Granted, retailers control allocation, but suppliers can offer their resources to the retailer to provide more detailed data that retail planners just don't have time to do. Think of it as mini VMI. Don't wing it. Watch sales by store and calculate their rate of sale. Then fuel those stores that need inventory the most. Look for stores that are constantly sold out and stores that have inventory with no sales. Put those stores on a short list to study and make sure those stores that are constantly sold out have enough inventory. Most retailers' replenishment systems take too long to determine trends, so we recommend looking at store-level data every week from Thanksgiving to Christmas to make allocation recommendations. Yes, it's a lot of work, but if the retailer implements your recommendations, it's a win-win for both of you. Ending the season with an imbalance of inventory means you missed opportunities and ended up with a larger liability than needed. Wouldn't you rather count checks than write them at the end of the season? The third question, and it goes hand in hand with the last one, is how to watch inventory levels during holiday. During this pandemic, factors have been more cautious and risk-averse when it comes to lending to manufacturers and distributors. You have a short window to make decisions and move inventory. You need a plan of attack to ensure any inventory being held for replenishment is taken in before the end of the season. The steps we went through in the last set of slides will help with that. But there are some other obvious things you could be doing. For limited life items, put together a weekly tracking sheet that shows the plan versus actual, using a plan provided by the retailer. The first check should be to ensure there's enough total inventory on the floor each week to even make the sales plan. For example, item 8 on the screen has an extremely high sell-through with a plan of 1,748 units and an on-hand of only 2,848. There's no way the plan in the next week will be made. There's probably a lot of stores that are sold out. There is on order, but how long will it take it to get to the stores that need it? Share the tracking with the buyer every week so there's no surprises. Come up with a plan to discount and move slow sellers before the end of the season, or it will be even costlier to liquidate later. I hope that you found this information useful, and feel free to visit us at enhancedretailsolutions.com to take advantage of many of our free resources, including terminology guides, case studies, and more. Thank you, and stay safe.